I am just leaving work at Phoenix College. It's 8 o'clock. I got stuck there quite a bit because I'm going through all the archives of men's soccer from far as I can go back. And right now I'm at 2002. And I'm going through like just all the files and what I need to keep, old pictures, old documents that's worth keeping, records that I want to keep archived before they purge everything out. And I'm going through one of the documents, and it's a report we had to send to the NJCAA through the ACCAC, and it was a game ejection form. I'm like, I wonder who got ejected. It's probably me. I got ejected a couple times. One for saying frickin', and I remember it was at Chandler Gilbert. A lot of things happened in Chandler Gilbert. So I'm screaming, I said, "You got to be frickin' kidding me." And then the ref said, I said an F-bomb, gives me a straight red. And as I'm walking to the bus, or during that sequence, my assistant coach at the time screamed, "He's Mormon, he doesn't cuss," trying to help me out with that. But anyways, I came across this game ejection form, and it was at Chandler Gilbert, and it was a non-violent ejection for a 2-footed tackle. A 2-footed tackle, no intent to injure, which is true. The incident happened September 27th, 2008. The player that was ejected was Abdul Manasari. So Abdul, loved this kid, great player, but he had a problem. He would 2-foot tackle everything, and I would constantly tell him, just stay on your feet, please don't slide, and definitely don't do a 2-foot tackle because it's a straight red. And he just couldn't control himself. It's such a natural thing to do for him. And we're a refugee drop zone in Phoenix, so we have African leagues from every African nation you could think of. They all get together and they play in these leagues, and they organize these African teams. They go play all over, and I recruit them. It's the closest thing I can get to international. Kids from Sierra Leone, which is, I think Abdul's from Sierra Leone, to Ghana, to Liberia, you name it, they're here. And currently I have like 3 kids from Cameroon. So anyways, back to Abdul. He came, we invited him to try out. Good player, left-footed, get stuck in, but he would just do these 2-foot tackles. And so as the season's going, we're hardly playing him because we're in fear he's going to get a straight red, and we can't afford a straight red. So he comes to my office this one day and pleading to me, "Please let me play, coach. Please let me play." And he was in tears. Of course, the tears got me. I'm like, okay. And I tell him, I'm like, "Abdul, I'll start you. You'll play as long as you're capable of playing. I'm going to leave you on the field. You're a good player. But you cannot do a 2-footed tackle." Abdul says, "Coach, I promise I will not do it." So we're playing Chandler Gilbert. September 27, 2008, I believe, whatever date it was. And I kid you not, first to the match, he leaves his feet, 2-foot tackles this Chandler Gilbert kid, and kills him. And we videotape everything. And at that time, I hired a company, Southwest Sports Network, to videotape. And he is right on top of the foul. And he gets a straight red, easy call, and you hear me screaming, "And that's why I never play you." And I just lost my mind. So, ever since then, my assistant coach, Marty Flores, at the time, we would have a team dinner before the season at his house, and he would always show that video. And the funniest part about it is me screaming at him, losing my mind, because we just had the conversation the day before, and he promised me he wouldn't do it. Of course he did it. It's one of the funniest stories that I totally forgot about until I saw the ejection form today. And that's one thing I miss about having my old assistant coach, Marty, with us. It was the team dinner and going over that video. I need to get that video. I need to ask for it. But yeah, that's the story of the 2-foot tackle. And for whatever reasons, in Africa, the way they play, they tackle hard, and they do it. It's legal for them to do a 2-foot tackle. Has to be, because the majority of them do it. Anyways, I like the Africans I got. I like Abdul, but man, I could not believe he did that. So, anyways, 2-foot tackles, dangerous in getting a record. We won that game, by the way, down a man, and we won it anyway, so that was cool. All right, that is my 2-foot tackle story. Goodbye.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.